CNP featured research. This is your Diet Mental Health Break, number 64, brought to you by the Center for Nutritional Psychology. 2 minutes to learn and be good to yourself. Do one's expectations affect physiological responses to food? Let's find out. Numerous scientific studies have confirmed that expectations can significantly influence human perceptions. This includes the area of nutrition and food behavior. For example, a 2022 study found that people perceive food as tastier when they eat it in an aesthetically pleasing environment. Another study showed that increasing the price of a wine makes people report its flavor as more pleasant. On the opposite pole, people tend to give lower liking ratings to foods if they are labeled as low-fat. Study author Alia J. Crum and her colleagues sought to determine whether subtle changes in mindset regarding the characteristics of what people eat might influence the release of ghrelin in response to food consumption. They conducted a study in which participants were asked to drink the same milkshake twice on 2 separate occasions. However, on one occasion, the milkshake label stated that it was a high-calorie milkshake, while on another, it was labeled as a low-calorie milkshake. Although they drank the same milkshake on both occasions, when participants believed that their milkshake was high-calorie, their ghrelin levels increased sharply in anticipation of the drink and decreased quickly after consuming it. However, when they believed the milkshake was low-calorie, the ghrelin response was almost absent. Ghrelin levels barely increased in anticipation of the drink and barely decreased or remained flat after. This suggests that participants were not physiologically satisfied with the milkshake they believed was low-calorie, even though the nutrient contents of the 2 milkshakes were the same. The results of this study show that expectations and the mindset with which one approaches food can influence the physiological responses to consuming it. Because of this, policies aimed at promoting healthy dietary habits and meal plans in general need to consider people's expectations about food and the mindset with which they approach it, rather than solely focusing on the contents of the food. Our thanks to Alia J. Crum and her colleagues for conducting this informative analysis. This Diet Mental Health Break is brought to you by the Center for Nutritional Psychology, CNP.